I just realized I haven't done one of these in quite a while, but I think I said I will do them on a regular basis. So let's do a get Reddit with me. And for this time, I'm still staying in the Beauty Guru subreddit, but I thought it could be also fun to go through the bad MUA because oh my god, these girls, I'm so sorry for everybody who went to such a bad makeup artist. But that could be fun too. But again, today I'm gonna keep it to the Beauty Guru subreddit. Or the Beauty Guru chatter, that is the correct word. And the products I'm using today are all products that I broke my no-buy for. If you remember, I wanted to be on the no-buy since December, and it should last until the end of this month actually. But there were items that I broke the no-buy for, and I want to use them all today, but there will be a more dedicated video on the no-buy, on how it went, on all that stuff. Also maybe why I broke the no-buy, and also a condensed review of everything. Maybe not for all of the items, because some of them are still in transit to me, because they take quite a while from, for example, China. I'm very into Asian beauty currently, so don't sue me. But yeah, there will be a separate video on the no-buy topic, but let me just spoiler you a bit. The lip oil kind of got weird. Let me just spoiler you a bit and just say, breaking the no-buy is to me not a real fail, because the no-buy actually helped me a lot. But more in that upcoming video. Do you have the same thing that when you apply lip oil, at some point it gets like white here on the inner part and then it gets super weird, just like it gets creamy, but in the most disgusting way? Okay, very, very not cool. The posts that we are going to talk about today are a lot of the times quite old actually. Even old for me as I'm filming this today. It's also quite old for you then when you see this, but so many posts on the Beauty Guru subreddit are currently, help me to find this old one. Who was this? Who was that? Who are you watching when you want to have this? Who are you watching with monolids? This is really cool that people help each other, but this is not the kind of things that I want to talk about today. So I did move a bit to the side so I can put in the screenshots over here, but I'm sorry if they still overlap my face or shoulders or stuff. I think you can live with that. By the way, the first thing I broke my no-buy for is the new Gloss Gods, that base. They came out with a clear version, and I actually bought this because I'm I work with Gloss Gods, and I do have affiliate codes with them, and an affiliate link that, by the way, you find in the info box, and my code is Ella Kinkley, so you save some money. But as part of their program, I didn't get this in PR, but they provided me with a 50% off coupon, which is very generous, because this primer I think sells for 12 or 13 euro, I'm not 100% sure, but I know that I paid less than 10 euro with that 50% off coupon. The first topic is people discussing what influencers they met in real life, or beauty guru stuff. And I scrolled a bit through that topic, and people were talking about how they met Jaclyn Hill when she was still working at MAC. Someone was very proud to just say that they met Pat McGrath in 2019. Some just said that they met James Charles or Jeffree Star, and I am a bit confused by this topic, or not the topic itself. I mean, it's just a question. Nobody's bothered by that question. But what does confuse me a lot is the way people are telling the stories. It sounds like they saw a pop star, like a mega star, somebody they admire, someone who changed the world for the better. I get it that in 2024, a YouTuber, a content creator, whatever, with a large following can be treated as star, kind of. And that does somewhat now circle to the whole discussion that was a couple weeks ago, why certain TikTokers attended events like the Grammys or even the Oscars. What the fuck? I saw a content creator from TikTok who does funny skits about Twilight, and she was at the Oscars interviewing the actors. Like, huh? I don't know if she has a background in that, but I find that a bit weird. And I also think it's very weird how these people are like reacting to meeting them. They're just people who talk online. They're nothing special. When they cook noodles, they use water. Or they are so rich that they kind of lost track with reality and they have a personal chef. Or you are so rich that you even do not realize that you spent $40,000 on something and you are even thinking about calling the police for fraud. By the way, I did not make this up. This is a story that happened with Jaclyn Hill that she very recently shared, I think over on TikTok. I don't watch her, but I do watch the like makeup tea videos from Angelica Olds or Teaspoon. Of course, for eyes, I'm using in this video the Danessa Myricks new Groundwork Blooming Romance one. And I'm combining this, since this is all matte, with the Chrome Flakes in the shade Confetti. And this is also something I broke the no buy on, because this is a limited edition that came in the set with the Color Fix one. I haven't even tried the Color Fix, but I'm also using a liquid eyeshadow today. This is the LH Cosmetics Sparkle one. I love them, in the shade Blink, that they came out for Christmas with. Did I buy this before or after the no buy? No. No. During, not after. I bought this during the no buy with actually the Siren Quad. So a lot of spoilers for the Break the No Buy video. But let's move on to this palette. If you haven't seen this beauty yet in real life, oh boy, I absolutely adore this palette. The first thing, by the way, that really bothers me is the smell. This smells like a super floral sweet perfume, and I don't like that. But I think the Groundwork Neutrals, that smelled the same way, and I'm not too sure if it still smells like that. It doesn't. No. This smells neutral, like nothing, but I guess here is an added fragrance because it's like blooming and florally, and not the best idea, I'm honest. So the next post is about the new release from Pat McGrath that I also talked about in the You Don't Need That Shit on Monday. It is a pink version of her under eye brightening powder. First off, I said it in the video, I love the pink under eye powder, and I don't think that this is a lame release. It is just a normal extending the shade range. And people here in these comments under that post are, they are furious. Like, even the original poster, or OP if you do not talk in Reddit, even they wrote, oh yeah, I was here and I was rooting for her to break the streak of just turning everything pink. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that? Is this also boring? Kind of, but it's also really cool. Everybody was freaking out when last year Danessa Myricks released her Evolution powder in pink. Now this year Pat McGrath does one of her best-selling products in a pink version, and people, they freak out. And I think they just freak out because it's Pat McGrath. If this was any other brand with somewhat of a popular under eye setting powder, they wouldn't have said it. It is just because it's Pat McGrath. And I agree to a certain point that this release could have been better, but I'm honest with you. Again, I said it already. It's a shade extension. Who the fuck cares? If she would have added other shades in like skin color shades, nobody would have said a thing. They are now just pissed that she brings out a pink powder, and people are like, yeah, she's too late to the trend. She fucking isn't. Huda Beauty's Cherry Blossom Loose Powder is still constantly sold out in certain shops. I saw it, I think, available at Sephora just a couple days ago. I'm not too sure about that, but it is still popular. It is popular. Pink powder, lavender powder, all the things brightening are still on trend, and they will not die. Even the super bright pink blushed under eyes, that a pink powder can do too when you just build it up a lot, that is on trend. That is not dying. So I'm honest with you, I don't get the comments. I think this time, this is not fair to bash the brand. This time, I'm honest with you, I think the people are wrong, and I like that release. I said it already in the You Don't Need That Shit video, but when my white powder of this is empty, I probably will repurchase this, of course, and get the pink version too, because I do love a pink brightening powder every now and then. And if the quality is just as good as the translucent white one, I'm gonna lose my shit, because this is truly a great powder. I went through one of these already just for my under eyes. I know people use it for the face, and I see myself going through the second in a very short time. So I have nothing to complain this time, and I think people are now just bashing this release for the sake of bashing. Rose and Ben leaked a new one size launch. We didn't talk about this in the You Don't Need That Shit because I'm not into One Size Beauty, the brand. Not my thing, but they bring out a Wicked collection, and a part of that collection is a glitter setting spray. I was very confused when I saw this leaked, but where was this leaked? Because this post was uploaded on, let me do the math, because here it's like 14 hours ago, and that would have been around March 22nd. But all the posts on Instagram about that new launch are March 21st or even 22nd. So this is not a leak, just somebody who does this. By the way, I don't like Rose and Ben. I don't like her as a creator. I don't know what it is, but to me, she comes off very arrogant. So this one kind of completely went under my radar. I do follow Sua Beauty. Yes, I do watch their videos and posts, and I'm very excited for everything they do, because I think Sua Beauty is such an amazing brand, and I do have some of their palettes. One of the palettes kind of betrayed me. The insides, they kind of shrunk and everything fell out, which was very, very bad, since these cake liner palettes are definitely not the cheapest. But okay, maybe it was my fault. I don't know. The brand never answered to my concern about this, but it is what it is. And seeing that they are closing down, I'm honest with you, this actually makes me very, very sad. And the reason behind them closing down is because their biggest reseller went bankrupt. Talking Morphe. And I'm honest with you, I really do not understand that, because Sua Beauty is not a small indie brand. They are sold everywhere around the world, and why do you rely on that one fucking reseller? Can you tell me that? I have to admit, I didn't watch the whole video, so maybe there is a point that I missed, but in general, I think that's very, very sad, and I'm pretty sure that a brand like Sua Beauty can definitely revamp a bit and come back with other resellers. And I'm honest with you, I think it's a bit of a lazy way to just blame the closing down of Morphe and the things that just happened afterwards to say, yeah, we have to close down now. Bankruptcy, changings and shit happen all the freaking time, and brands can maneuver through that. By the way, so far for this look, I have mainly used the creams. I'm now going over it with some of the powders. And I'm using my first brush again to just blend it out a bit smoother. I went a bit messy here on the lid area. That's no problem, because I'm gonna cover that up with the flakes. But I like the palette. And I love this gothic sick vibe. Is that correct description? I love it. It gives something to me. But I do want to have a lighter base on the lid, so I'm covering a bit with the lightest cream here. This could totally be a matte look, but I'm not into all matte looks, so sorry. But now let's head over to the next topic, and this is something that I think in that beauty guru chatter sub I have never seen before. Someone bashing Teresa's dad. What the fuck? Where are we? What is going on? But they are criticizing the fact that she clickbaited her last video, and I went through the comments and they criticized a lot of her clickbait. So if you don't know, she very recently moved, and one of her makeup nonsense bingos was titled "This is the last one." This is the moment where I completely blacked out because I hate titles like that, and I was 100% sure that this is clickbait because I can sense clickbait. I have to admit though, before we talk about this specific topic, I stopped watching her a while ago because I hate the way she edits her videos now. And I'm not talking about the visuals, I'm talking about audio. She started to quack out every time she said shit or fuck or whatever. Then she did a little beep tone. Then she did some kind of an ASMR clicking or popping sound. And now it's just muted every time she swears. And I'm honest with you, this is just so dumb. I hate that. I get that YouTube has very strict things, but I also read into the YouTube monetization guide, and you are allowed to swear. You are allowed to say certain things. They will not strike you for saying shit and fuck or whatever. They will strike you if you start to insult people and if you are hateful, but not when you just swear. I don't know. At least that's what the guideline says. I'm not into that monetization grade yet. There are, as of today, March 23rd, missing 8 followers for me, or 8 subscribers for me to getting monetized here. So fingers crossed. But I never would do that. I mean, I like to swear, and honestly, I can live with the fact if I swear a lot in a video and YouTube decides that they cannot monetize me on that video, that's fine. I will not change my fucking personality for that. She said and said fuck. Let's now apply this confetti one on top of everything, and I think that looks absolutely bomb. So here on this Teresa video, she basically clickbaited people into quitting YouTube. And I remember a year ago, 1.5 years ago, Samantha March did the same thing. She made a long video about whining how bad YouTube is and how everybody treats her not right. I unsubscribed from her that day, and I'm actually thinking about unsubscribing from Teresa too, because I'm honest with you, I cannot stand her editing currently with the audio. And this clickbaity thing, oh, I'm quitting YouTube. No, thank you. I didn't even watch the video because, no, I'm not giving you my view time for your clickbait shit. I will not encourage you to do that. Not me, not here. And I'm honest with you, I think there is a difference between clickbait and clickbait. Clickbait is something that I like to do too. I grab stuff out of my video that I said, for example, with the "you don't need that" shits. I like to take some controversial topics like the House Labs suing thing or the ColourPop drama, and I put that in a title so that when people scroll through YouTube and they get my video, maybe that they be like, oh my god, what ColourPop drama? But correct me if I'm wrong, and you have the feeling that I did this a couple times, I am not taking false info or over dramatic. But, and you can happily correct me if you think I did that in the past, but I am not taking overly dramatic information to clickbait you in the video. That is not my goal. At least I try to. If I did, I'm sorry. Someone in a comment pointed out that this leaving YouTube thing is also very common when they do commentary videos on why are people leaving the YouTube space currently. Then please put that fucking thing in the title or in the thumbnail, but I don't know. Angelica Ninquist does that too, by the way. Another reason why I can't watch her currently. By the way, I really struggle with this eye look a bit. These chrome flakes are nice. They are wonderful, but they definitely have a very strong learning curve, and I did a big mistake on my right eye. Right? Yeah, this is right. I didn't tap. I swiped the flakes on and I didn't tap them on, and I kind of destroyed the base underneath, and now it looks a bit weird and patchy, but I try to correct that. So if you have the chrome flakes too and you struggle with application, tapping, not swiping. By the way, has anyone tried the new flaky things from Lethal Cosmetics? I haven't bought them yet, and I'm kind of afraid to do so because I love the texture of the Isamaya, and I do have a bit of a fear that these are bad. And I know that I look weird, but I have to dry these now. So I hope you get it. This is clickbait. What I like to do is clickbait. Clickbait just is there to to make your eyes turn to my video, but I don't want to do clickbait where not only you are turned to my video, but where I'm just basically trying to catfish you with completely false information. And it wouldn't be a nice sunny shiny day on the Beauty Guru subreddit if nobody was talking about Isamaya Beauty, if nobody was pruding their ways into the penis lipsticks and being, oh my god, this is a penis. I told you in the You Don't Need That Shit video, and it's actually today's lip, so I have it. This is the golden wee wee. This time I did it. I craved in because gold is my favorite jewelry color. I love gold. I love gold shit. My ring is gold, my marriage ring. And yeah. The comments are hilarious. Oh my god, this is just young people. Yeah, maybe. Oh my god, this is so childish. No, childish are people who are laughing at the word penis and who are afraid to say penis or vagina. That is childish. I don't want to have that conversation again. At the end, everybody can buy whatever they want. But the fact that Isamaya came out with a fourth color of the penis just tells me that these sell good. And I'm honest with you, this is definitely not for the typical makeup wearer. This is a collector's item, and I'm honest with you, we will see the wee wee in a second when I do my lips. I just kept it in the box. By the way, look at that duel, it's hilarious. I would put this on a spinning platform at work in my office desk with lights. I would totally do that, and music. I'm not afraid of that. Moving on to the next item I broke the no-buy for. I got the Natasha Denona Hygen Primer Serum. I love hydrating and glowing things underneath my makeup, and I'm honest with you, I am very disappointed in this. Not because this is a bad product, but because this is literally the same thing as the Isamaya one. I'm not too sure about the timeline. I think Isamaya was first, or was it Natasha Denona? I barely remember when this actually came out. I just remember that there was a upcoming lawsuit or like some drama, because this originally I think was named the Skin Glass, and there is a small indie brand called Skin Glass, and what the fuck, Natasha Denona changed the name from Skin Glass to High Glam? Hygen, yeah. The product itself, by the way, I really enjoy, but I do enjoy the Isamaya one too. For foundation, of course, Louboutin. That was the only foundation released that catched me and that made me break the no-buy, and I cannot recommend this foundation enough. The more I use it, the more I love it, and if you saw my very in-depth review on this foundation, I love it even more. So someone was very, very new and innovative and just brought back the discussion about Milk makeup and their product sizing down. At first I was like this is not new news, this is super old, and people have been complaining about this the whole time. The blushes, I think, no, not the blushes. The blushes, I think, came in that small size. But the bronzers, the highlighters, and the powder, let me just show you the difference. This was their first matte powder. This is the Blur and Set. And their newest one is empty, actually. That's why I don't have it. But this big boy comes with 25 grams, and their new one, the MAC Pore Eclipse powder, the Milk Pore Eclipse powder, comes with only 8 grams. So yes, they shrunk their sizes much down, and they actually charge you more money or the same amount. So it's not that smaller sizes you pay less. It is more a smaller size, pay the same or more. The thing is, I actually don't mind the fact that the products come in this size. So for the powder, yes, I would have loved to have a 25 gram version of the powder, because no matter if it's the old Blur and Set, that by the way is my favorite powder, and I'm very sad that mine is nearly empty, but thankfully I have a backup. I am more so shocked by the fact that people try to tell other people that this is small. Their bronzers, their contours. Let me grab one. This is the contour stick. It looks fucking small, but this comes with 5.7 grams. It is small, but it's still a regular full size. This is the Fenty Match Sticks, you know, the twist up stick bronzer. This comes with a 7.1 gram. It's only 1 gram more, or 1.5 gram, 1.4. This is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. This comes with 6 grams. So I'm telling you, just something between maybe 5.5 and 7 gram is a normal size for a product like that. And people telling others that this is small, I'm sorry, that's just not true. Let me just check what the Makeup by Mario has. Okay, Makeup by Mario has 10.5 gram. That's actually XXL. I think the mistake that Milk Makeup did in the beginning was that they brought out their products in a way too big size, and their formulation was not made to last that long. How many of those big sticks, how many of those big bronzer sticks went bad in a short time? I had the small one, the small bronzer in the shade, I don't even know what the shade was, but I also had a blush in work, I think. It was horrible. It started to smell like old fish after 3 months. So I don't know how many grams their old products had, but it looks like something around, I don't know, 18? Was it 18? Ooh, 30 grams. The bronzer, one ounce. That is a freaking lot. Nobody can use that up. I think even in the pan bronzers, you know, the cream bronzers that come in the regular pan, that is just too much. But on the other hand, I just want to say that this is the view of a person who has a lot of makeup. And I totally understand, I have a hair on my face, I totally understand if you just change the view to somebody who maybe has only that one item and doesn't want to have a big collection because they just do their regular makeup on a daily basis. From this point of view, I totally understand that critique, and I totally see how people were able to use up that 1 ounce. But the thing just is, you cannot change it. The only thing, the only behavior that can change this now is when people stop buying from Milk. So the No Buy Breakage Concealer is actually the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer that came available, I think in January here in Germany at Sephora, and I have been really loving this. I'm wearing the shade 120. Yes, 120. It's a tiny bit too yellow for my liking, but it is a great concealer. It holds all day, it feels very nice, and I'm very, very happy with it actually. Not a holy grail concealer, but a very, very good one. So this topic was the moment where I said, okay, now I need to do Get Ready With Me. Leah Janae, I don't know that creator, I'm honest with you, is selling her PR on Mercury. I guess it's something like eBay Marketplace here in Germany. It's basically, yeah, a online marketplace where you can sell different things to private people without any additional fees or so. So that creator here got this, whatever, what is this? Is this perfume? Lush Super Milk perfume. Okay, yeah, this is perfume. in PR from Lush, and she's selling it on this platform. And people in the comments found more, and there was even a toner from the brand Pixie. By the way, great toner, I love it too. Never bought the full size, but sometimes the mini comes accessories. That's really good. And that was a personalized one. They printed her name on that freaking toner, and she scraped off the name and put it on Mercury for sale. This is disgusting. These people are making so much money as content creators. They get so much PR, which, by the way, in at least at German law, is a money-like income. You have to put the stuff that you get in your yearly taxes as income, here in Germany at least. And then she's selling it? Wow. That's absolutely disgusting. And people are wild. They are really pissed. And I understand that if I ever get to that beautiful opportunity that I have so much PR that I cannot use it, I would just give it away. Either give it away here in my personal surrounding or just do giveaways. Like, just look at this from a business perspective. The one-time income that you get from selling something on this marketplace is like nothing compared to the long-term investment and to the long-term followership that you get from doing giveaways. Giveaways give you followers. More followers mean usually higher engagement. Higher engagement means better deals with brands. It's just ridiculous that she sells this. There's nothing wrong by just saying I cannot use them all. I don't want to open everything, but then just give it away. That would be so much cleverer. How do you feel about this topic with selling PR on those marketplaces? Is this kind of shady? Should she do something else with it? Or, I think, did somebody comment this or did I dream this? I don't know. I don't want to scroll through the over 100 comments. Over 100? Over 200, aren't there? No, 165. But I could also dreamt about this. I don't know. But maybe she also should ask the brands to not send her so much PR. Just a wild thought here. I bought the Colourpop Twilight collection, so of course for my cream highlight I will be using one of the Twilight ones. And this is the shade Meadow that I didn't use in last Friday's review on this, but I have used it already on my face. And let me tell you, this is one of the most beautiful highlighters ever with that pink shift, and it just completely matches today's look. It's so stunning. There is finally something happening with the Shroud Cosmetics drama. If you don't know what happened. So, Shroud Cosmetics is a indie brand. I never tried shadows from them, but I know that they are sold through Monolith Shop, and Betty Bean collabed, or Betty Jean, I never get her name right, the Betty girl. She has, I think, 2 palettes with Shroud, and I like their color stories. And when they announced their Dark Academia palette last year, I was losing it. Dark Academia, if you don't know what that is, this is a vibe. This is kind of a clothing style. This is a mental style. It's basically this dark romance university haunted library vibe. And I kind of like that. Personally, I don't get the colors here in that palette, but that should not be the topic. The topic actually is what happened with Shroud Cosmetics, because people, of course, because of that very beautiful color story, they went crazy over that palette and they wanted to have this. And a lot of people actually ordered that palette, but guess what happened? They never got it. Shroud Cosmetics completely disappeared last year. No answer to emails, no nothing on their Instagram, unread messages, all that. The orders weren't sent out, everything was kind of stopped, and people were very, 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 very pissed, but also at the same time very worried. What is going on with the brand? what's happening with the owner, because it's an indie brand that apparently still ships by the owner themselves, so something must have happened, like, let's be honest. People told on Reddit that this has happened before with some other launch, and then the owner suddenly came back, and this is what's happening now. After about 3 or even 4 months or longer of absence, the owner is all of a sudden back. No comment, no nothing, just the first persons who got their shipping confirmation, and now, as you see here, the first persons who got their pallet now. The comment section here under this post is very, very wild, from people being very, very angry that theirs hasn't shipped. And then there are other people who, in my opinion, criticize the fact how this was handled. There is always something that can happen. There is always something personal, something in the family, with friends, with your own mental health. It doesn't matter. Something can always happen that make you not being able to do your job. And when you are self-employed and you have a brand that has to ship things, and you ship the stuff by yourself because you didn't outsource it to some kind of like warehouse thing, I get that. I totally get that. But she has probably family and friends too. Somebody could have done a post on Instagram, posting an apology in advance, being like, yeah, something very serious happened in the private life of the owner. The shipments are going to be much delayed. You can now decide to either get back your money or wait, but we cannot tell you how long this is going to take. That would have been a very mature way to handle the situation. But without any words, without any nothing, just putting out the orders. I mean, it's a surprise gift for people, but still, I get why they're very pissed. By the way, my final touch now with the Blink liquid eyeshadow. This has a transparent base and shifts blue. Very, very nice contrast here for the eye look. To be honest, if I was a returning customer to that brand, that would have been the last time that I ordered from them. People gave you your money. They paid in advance. They basically spent their hard-earned money on your products. You got the money and then you go away. I mean, nobody is saying that she is frauding people, that she kept the stuff for herself. Definitely not. But so many people went now through the whole process of getting money back, of putting things for the credit card, PayPal, whatever. And I get that. I would have opened a case after 2 weeks of no response. I wouldn't have waited for 4 or more months. And I'm honest with you, this has nothing to do with being impatient. When I give you my money, you as a brand, when I give you my money and you are not delivering the service I paid for, I get pissed and I want my money back. It's simple as that. I don't have money to just give away for free. I'm sorry. I just went to their Instagram account and there is still no post on there. I, with a passion, hate that I want to talk about this post here, but this was one of the first times where I didn't make it through a Shroud Cosmetics video, because I was just, I don't know. This just, and I actually personally hate that term, but it rubbed me in a very, very wrong way. Let me just clarify, I love Charlotte Holdcroft. I think she's hilarious. I love her makeup content. And even though I'm not as much into movies as she is, for example, I enjoyed her video on going to the theater and watching movies and then rating them and doing her makeup. Wait, I have to just reapply here because I just removed some of the flakes. I love her. Her reviews are a few of the best in the beauty space, and she deserves so much more followers. Even though the makeup style between me and her couldn't be more different. I mean, look at me and then look at her. This is just a big, big difference. But I love her thoughts on that. I love her thoughts on the base products. I love her her hate that she has with cream products, but she's still trying it and she's still trying to get a loan, but she is just setting her own boundaries in a very right way, and I love that. But I didn't love this video. I think this video was, and again, I didn't watch it to the very end because I was already screaming internally when I watched the first 2 minutes. I think this video is a bit entitled. Gladly, somebody listed out here the points that she talked about, and I just want to get over some of these points. When makeup companies don't answer comments about when a product will launch in the UK or EU, they don't have to. Brands are not your friends, and I'm sorry, I totally get it. I get the frustration about this, because I do like to ask questions in the comment section of brands too. I get the frustration when they don't answer. Yes, of course. But Instagram is not customer service. If you have a launch question about a certain date or launch calendar, whatever, then please contact the customer service and wait for an official answer on there. I get it that brands cannot answer every single fucking comment. This is the same as if you would say, oh, I hate it when influencer XYZ with 20 million followers do not answer every comment. What the fuck? It's impossible, and especially on the brand's website. On the brand's social media website. I'm sorry, if I was a social media manager at a brand, I wouldn't answer these comments either. Because the thing just is, people are not reading other comments, they are bombing their comments. That means, in the worst case, you have to answer that comment like 2,000 times. The better and the more stressless way then is to not answer any of those comments at all. I'm pretty sure they do track this. It would be dumb if not. They track these questions and then they can plan out, okay, maybe they didn't even have planned a UK or EU launch, but now they see, okay, the demand is there, so let's plan and then do an official announcement. I'm sorry, this is not something you should be bothered by. When makeup companies send you emails about leaving products in your cart, this one, I agree 50% and I don't agree for the other 50%, because this thing just saved me 25% on that $200 Dragon palette, because the company or like the shop, oh, that dog is so annoying. The Sua Beauty mall shop is sending you emails every day, sometimes every other day, somewhat around that. And with every mail, you get a higher coupon code. So I love that. But I agree. For example, I was a bit window shopping on the Isamaya EU, because originally I wanted to get this palette from the Isamaya EU website, but I then decided not to, because they have very, very sus payment options. You can only bank transfer money by your hand, so that means it will take forever to process. And the other way is by credit card. No PayPal, no Klarna. I mean, Klarna has also buyer's protection, so I do like to use that every once in a while. PayPal, of course, buyer's protection. But the Isamaya Beauty EU doesn't have that, so I was not purchasing from them. And then not only that you get from the website these automatical mails, oh, hurry up, your card is selling out fast. I get these, I delete them and I'm fine with that. But with the Isamaya, you get a personalized mail. Somebody from customer service is contacting you and telling you, oh, your payment was not successful. Like, what payment? I didn't even put the pay button. Like, what do you want from me? And then they just are asking you, please contact us so we can resolve that problem. Like, what problem? I just didn't check out properly because I don't want to use one of your very sus payment options. And they contacted me for 3 days straight. The third mail they sent me was, if you don't answer in the next 24 hours, we will cancel your order. Like, what order? I haven't placed an order. Fuck you. I'm sorry, that is really off-putting. That's why I waited 2 days more to buy this from Purish, a German shop that had the palette actually for the same price as the original one. When makeup comes in sexualized packaging, we talked about that already. Get over it. Get fucking over it. Be mature and don't be prude. Duochromes and multichromes that shift in really different colors, example pink to green. I couldn't disagree more, but, and here is the thing that I like about Charlotte Holcroft, this is just her taste. You will never see her wearing such a duochrome. Never, because this is not her style. And here with this point, I get it. I get it that this does not appeal to her. When makeup smells or look like something to eat, smell, yes, or depending on what to eat. If it's a sweet scent, yes. If it smells like tacos, no. Companies who advertise lip plumpers and models with lip filler. This is actually a point I didn't even see in the video, I think, because I just opted out before that. But I could not agree more. For bronzer, by the way, I'm using the Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light. This I broke the no-buy for because I saw a post on Reddit actually on the perfect bronzer for pale skin, and everybody was talking about this, and I was like, screw it, I'll get it. Is it definitely a perfect bronzer for a pale skin? Fuck yeah, it's really, really good. I like it. But I like the Hourglass powders in general, but in the palettes there was never a true bronzer where I was like, oh, I like that, looks good on my skin. They all turned red, this doesn't. When companies do pre-orders, I think I talked about this in a You Don't Need That Shit last year when Unearthly? No, Bella Beauté Bar did a 3-month pre-order. That was just way too much. And when makeup products come in giant sizes. What is your problem with that? I mean, where is the problem of this? That is the size of half of my face. Where's the problem to have this beautiful Chanel highlight in a 14 gram size? Oh my god, she's referring to this. 14 grams of highlighter. No, thank you. And the last 2 points I actually agree on. Cream and powder products in one palette only works when it's good formulated. In the Danessa Myricks one, by the way, this works because these creams are more like velvet pomades. They're not your typical cream eyeshadows, like for example, these Rabanne color shots that are creamy. This is different. Patrick Ta does it very good with the lid on top, but I never go along with Patrick Ta. Everything else actually in the sub is more, as I said in the beginning, more like, oh, I'm looking for this and that creator and help me find that creator, which is not really an exciting thing to talk about. So let me just finish now the makeup with some more items that I broke the no-buy for. Did I break the no-buy for a blush? Oh, I did. I bought 2 shades of the REM blushes, and I think this is a shade Strawberry Nebula, and I hate to say this, they're good. These blushes, I mean, look at the application. They are freaking good. So highlighter is a weird topic because I actually broke the no-buy for 3 different highlighters. One being the Bobbi Brown highlighter that was limited edition, this shifts blue. Then the Chanel Lumiere the Lotion highlighter, this shifts blue too. And then the Clé de Peau Radiant Aura highlight that came out last year for Christmas, but this just got available, I don't know, like 4 weeks ago. And this has a blue tint. Wait, do I like blue shifty highlighters? Kind of. But I want to use the Chanel one today because this is just by far the most beautiful highlight that I own. And I think this even beats the Chanel, the big one, that just won basically my favorite highlight of 2023. This is so good. Oh boy. This blue shift is everything, especially on top of this ColourPop Meadow highlight. I'm here for it. Everything is so cohesive with the eye, the highlight, the flakes. Oh my god. I'm also using this, by the way, as my brow bone highlight because I don't have a very good matching brow bone highlight in the palette. So let me just apply this here a bit. And when I use my highlighter as brow bone highlight, I take it out very far to connect it with my cheek highlight. I actually planned to do also pink lower lashes, but then I had the mascara already applied, so I forgot it. Now the moment y'all have been waiting for, let's unbox the penis. Can we please just talk about this? I love this. This thing, believe it or not, is very, very heavy. This is not a plastic component. This is full on metal. Let me weigh this. This is nearly 300 grams. This is a heavy, heavy, well, fucker. I'm hilarious. I mean, how freaking cool is it to pull out this out of your handbag? And yes, I am the person that will take this in the handbag to work. And I don't care what people say, like, it's normal, it's a biological thing. Get over it. So, what's of course also exciting is the color, because this is in their new color called Chalice? I don't know, Chalice, and this is described as a molten copper metal foiled finish. I swatched it actually yesterday and I liked how it looked on the lips, but I had a very warm eye look going on, so let's just see how this works today. I have no lip liner on. I just applied some of the MAC Prep and Prime lip. I don't know if it really does something, but I want to use it up. So let's just see how this lipstick works. The 90s called, they want to have their metallic lips back. I love this. I surprisingly love this color. What is it? Brown lipstick, I feel like, is the thing, is the girl. Brown, black, gray, blue, all of these colors. The brown is basically the more friendly version, but I love it. The metallic sheen, I'm stunned. This is much more opaque than the other colors from Isamaya. I will upload a lip swatch video, or I have already uploaded this, because from this formulation of Isamaya, this is now my third, and if you don't know how it works, you can pull off the front part and you only have the balls left, and then you can just easy take this out and you can put a refill in. And then I was just questioning, because I don't know if you can tell, there is a little dent here that is basically holding the lipstick in place, and I was like, but the refills don't have the dent. Let me just grab one. But they do, because you have the cap and then you can take it out here from the bottom. I'm honest with you, I wasn't sure about the color. I basically just wanted to have this because it's a gold penis and I love gold. And I think this is, I like it. It's shockingly good. What do you think about these topics on Reddit? Is the Beauty Guru subreddit kind of a good place or not? Because some days I think this place is very, very toxic. I mean, I was topping on there too. Remember that, not too long ago. I have my own thread there, which is, it's hilarious too. But I also think it's aside from all the critical points, from all the bashing that sometimes this subreddit turns into, this is also a very nice point where you get very condensed information about topics in the beauty world, because let's be honest, I don't have time to do all the research by myself. So thank God to all the other people who do research and who then put it down either in a thread there on Reddit, or who make videos like LT Spill that just, they summarize everything, and I'm always up to date. So thank you, I hope you liked it. Make sure you subscribe so you see more penis content, and no, I probably should not say this. I think that could lead to demonetization because of the lack in context. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out content that I do. For example, the whole summary on my no buy, why this still was very successful to me. I have planned so many cool videos in the future, and next week, actually, if everything's going according to plan, I will be able to deliver you again 5 weeks. So next week you will get one to Monday to Friday. So exciting week. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe, and yeah, I hope I can see you in the next one, and I hope you're not screaming and crying now because of this.
This could be also like a cute award, couldn't it? You're the wee wee of 2024.